Nobody wants to get united. Like, what we gotta do is meet everybody in 149th Street at the bench.
Guys, getting in a crew, is it worth it? Let me know in the comments down below. I know this is a conversation we talked about years ago, but things change over time. That's why I want you guys' input on it. Because I've been having a lot of newer graffiti artists recently hit me up asking, yo, John, how do I get into crews? Should I get into crews? Or should I just pass them by altogether? And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be straight up with you, I don't really see the point of crews. The three big reasons people get into crews is for protection when they're going into dangerous areas, respect, and because they just enjoy the company and they're friends with the people in the crew. And that last one is really the only reason you should ever be in crews, and I'll get back to that in a minute. But the other two, those benefits are not exclusive to the crew itself. That's something you can get without being in the crew. And honestly, respect is one of those things that's attributed based off of your specific feats. For example, you could be part of Tat's crew, but if you're corny, then you're still corny and nobody's gonna respect you. Doesn't matter what crew you're a part of. So the respect is not mutually exclusive to being in a crew. And if you're dope and you're in a good crew, well then people respect you because you're dope, not because of the crew you're in. And while some crews, no doubt, some crews as a collective might have a lot of respect, you'll notice that most of those crews are highly respected because they're good friends who paint together. Goes back to the only good reason to be in a crew. As far as the protection, once again, that's not something that you need to be in a crew to have. If you simply just go paint with somebody who you enjoy painting with, well then you're still gonna have that other person there with you. You don't need to be in a crew in order for that to happen. And this brings us to the last reason, which I already mentioned. The only good reason to be in a crew is because you simply just enjoy the company of the other people in the crew and you're really good friends with them. The reason this is the only good reason to be in a crew is because this is how it started. You know, when graffiti first started, you had a band of friends, a band of people who were tight-knit and close together and had a bond with one another, and they all mutually enjoyed painting together. So as a result, they just decided to put a name on that friendship, and that became what the crew was. It was an already developed tight bond amongst friends who just happened to decide to put a name on it. And those are genuinely the best crews to be a part of. Because people put people down in crews for different reasons. You have those kind of crews that just want numbers, and as a result they put anybody they come across down into the crew just as a means of getting that name up even more and having a wider reach for the crew itself. And there's not really a bond at all there. You're just a number to the overall hive mind, if you will. And the other way people get into crews is just because somebody respects that person. An example would be if like you were really respected and people thought you were dope. Somebody might come across you and be like, oh dude, really love your work, why don't you put up my crew? That's a sign of respect, but there still isn't a bond there. The people in that crew don't really care about you. And that's the ultimate issue because look man, statistically, all I'm saying is statistically, the people in your crew, the people closest to you, are the ones who snitch on you. And while I don't want to get into the illegal side of graffiti here on the channel, we can't ignore the elephant in the room. And this leads us to why a lot of graffiti artists just straight out avoid crews. And that's because graffiti's full of drama, man. Look, I know your homies may, you know, be drama free and you don't really associate with that, but I've seen the best of friends turn into the worst of enemies over graffiti. And I know some people in the comments can relate to that. And when you factor into that the people closest to you are more than likely going to snitch on you, it's just not worth it, man. And I know I'm about to get that comment that's like, oh, I'll never snitch on my homies. But if you've been snitched on, let me know in the comments down below. All I'm saying. So yeah, if you're new, I really wouldn't bother with crews. I would completely bypass it. And if you enjoy painting with a group of people, then just simply paint with that group of people. There's no need to put a name on it. If you happen to put a name on it, dope. That's fine too. That's really the only way you should ever be part of a crew. But other than that, not really worth it. But let me know your guys' thoughts on this topic in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. If you enjoyed today's video, remember to hit the like button. It helps out a bunch. And if you're new here, feel free to join the smartest graffiti community anywhere online. I'll catch you guys next week. As always, thank you for watching. Peace.